You're about to hear an episode of the Bad Crypto Podcast. If you enjoy the show, won't you please take a moment to subscribe and review us on iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, or wherever you hear the show? Thanks. With blockchain technology past its infancy and beyond the rebellious toddler years, more people are finding ways to bring these budding rebellious adolescents into the mainstream. I guess that's one way to look at it. We got a bunch of teenagers running around trying to be rocket scientists. Well, one such entrepreneur is Bobby Lee. While no relation to Bruce Lee, he is brother to Charlie Lee, and he's come out with what he claims to be the world's first multi-currency, non-electric physical wallet. It's called Ballet, and it looks like a really thick credit card that acts as offline cold storage. But first, we'll go down the rabbit hole of decentralized social media as we welcome Christopher Kramer of SoMe.social to the mic. You've heard us talk about this site and how they're rewarding users for posting and upvoting content on previous episodes. Today, Chris is going to share more about how it works and why sites like this are so important to empower users. We're not quite the Jetsons, but we're a long way from the Flintstones. So let's yabba-dabba-do it with episode number 373 of the Bad Crypto Podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition.
Who's bad?
Jane, get me off this crazy thing.
Hey, Mrs. Jocom?
Yes, sir.
I just yabba-dabba-do.
I yabba-dabba did already.
No, yabba-dabba-do-over.
It's already yabba-dabba done.
Oh, no.
And I threw in the Jetsons reference, of course, at the end of the show. He's on the treadmill that never ends. And Jane, get me off this crazy thing. Okay, Restro.
Okay.
Welcome to the Bad Crypto Podcast, starting exactly as we should with complete and utter ridiculousness. I'm Joel Comm.
I'm Travis Wright, and this is episode 373, which is a palindrome.
We are the DeFi DoFi.
The DeFi DoFi. The blockchain blockheads, the crypto clowns, and all of that stuff, because once you go bad, you never go back. Good stuff.
There's no way back. There's no way out. There's no way out. There's no way out. Except...
You know what? That reminds me of a great song by David Gilmour. There's no way out of here when you come in your info good.
Now, that's obscure, right? Because that's actually not Pink Floyd. That's David Gilmour.
It's David Gilmour, yeah. It's great stuff. One of his albums. I love that song. You should add that to the playlist.
I think that was the first album. Well, you need to look up what the title of it is.
There's no way out of here.
There you go. There's no way out of here. So the only way out is to give kudos to our show sponsor. Hey, thanks for being so smart, Zen Ledger, for being part of the Bad Crypto Podcast. The Zen Ledger is a SaaS company providing the best tax software for cryptocurrency investors. Hey, if you've done any trading, you need to listen to this. Paying taxes can be really a pain in the tuchus. That's a Yiddish word for butt. And they make it easy. They help investors and CPAs with their crypto accounting and tax returns. They bring it all the data together, and they make paying crypto taxes easy and seamless. We're actually going to have them on the next episode of the show. The next episode of this podcast is going to be all tax-based. We've got a CPA that's going to come on and talk more about the regular. Okay, Rorge. Listen, get a 15% discount on Zen Ledger with Bad Crypto 15. That's the coupon code Bad Crypto 15. Just go to badco.in/Zen Ledger. Badco.in/Zen Ledger.
Because paying crypto taxes is a pain in your crypto assets.
Close enough. Hey, got some great content for you. We've got Bobby Lee from the Ballet Wallet. But first, join us in welcoming Mr. Christopher Kramer from SoMe.social to the show. Social media and us. Both Travis and I go back a long way in the social media space. And of course, we're always on the lookout for sites that are doing social on blockchain. Probably about a year ago or so, I came across a site that initially was called ONG Social. And I thought, OMG, that's a weird name. Well, they've since rebranded to SoMe, Social Media Redefined. The website, SoMe.social, SOMEE. And we have with us today Chris Kramer, the CEO of SoMe. And Chris, welcome to Bad Crypto.
Hey, thank you, Joel. Thank you, Travis. Appreciate you having me on.
Absolutely. This is a blockchain-based social media platform gamified with crypto rewards. Of course, users earn rewards for posting content and upvoting posts. It seems to me like a hybrid of Facebook and Reddit. How would you position it?
Absolutely. It's definitely has the characteristics of both social networks. A lot of people are saying we're like the crypto version of Facebook. But instead of the likes, we do have the upvotes and downvotes like a Reddit. So we're kind of this melting pot of different platforms and giving people kind of a different flavor of social media. But yeah, I would definitely characterize it as those two mainly.
Yeah, and if you look at the website and you take a look at it, it is SoMe Social, SOMEE.social. Get yourself a profile, set it up. And if you take a look at it, and you're going to see a lot of things that look very familiar. You're going to see a news feed. You're going to see where your friends are, groups. There's also companies. There's also another area called ICO, Social Dashboard. Some of those that I'm not necessarily familiar with. But what I'm curious about is up at the top, I'm Travis Wright, and I have a star, and it's blue, and it's 0. And then I have a fire icon thing, and it says 317.6. What are those mean? And what are some of the areas that maybe new users might not understand when they first come on?
Absolutely. Yeah. So the star is a feature that, and we've been in open beta for a year. So like some of these features aren't fully rolled out yet, but they've been there kind of semi-active. The star that you see on your profile, right underneath the star, you'll see a little check mark that's gray. And if you click that, it starts this user verification process. So that's connected to the star, which we call a G score or a global score. And it's just a scoring system for people to do a quick check on certain profiles once we roll the features out to enable people to understand, like, this isn't a bot, this is a real person. Once you go through the user verification, that check mark automatically turns blue. It's all connected to our third-party partner who does these checks, and it's kind of a typical KYC AML check, but we don't require you to go through that to get started. You can just join. As you start to do things, upload your profile and your avatar. In the future, that'll affect the G-score because it'll recognize that you're not just a bot that joined the network. So we're putting these tools in to try to prevent people or from using botnets and things like that. But also, we didn't want to do it in a way that would cause a lot of friction for real people. So we're being very thoughtful how we kind of rolled this out and tweaked it and seeing how different people are reacting to some of the features that we have. And then the little fire icon is what we call G Fuel. So when we actually launched SoMe and pivoted into the blockchain, we actually forked Steam. So we forked the Steam blockchain. So whereas a lot of people are familiar with the Steam project, they have Steam, Steam Power, and the Steam-backed dollar. And what we have is kind of a mirror of that in our ecosystem. But we have an Ethereum-based token, ONG. So we connected the Ethereum blockchain to the application. So that's inside of your wallet. Once you set that up, it connects to Ethereum. And then the digital assets section is actually connected to our internal blockchain, which was a fork of Steam. So that G Fuel is kind of like Steam Power, for example. So when you power up the SoMe points, so how we've connected it is that we wanted to be kind of a blockchain agnostic social network. So we're actually going to be connecting more blockchains and adding more rewards into the ecosystem for people to earn in different ways on the platform. We want to support the other projects and really kind of combine some of these things in the ecosystem. So that's what that is. And the G Fuel is basically just when you take our ERC token, you buy it, SoMe points. So we connected the two, and then basically you can power those up so that you have voting power on the network. And when you're upvote, you can pass rewards, and that gives you an increased voting power. So people might not initially know that when they join the network. It's not super intuitive right now. There's little pop-up screens. If you hover over those inside of the wallet, it'll pop up and give you like a quick tutorial inside of the digital assets section. But it is a little complex when you first start, but Basically, if people just join the network and start posting, many times they'll start to see the value at the post level, but you have to post on the blockchain. So another thing that we did is we don't require you to post on the blockchain. And some of the early users asked us not to make it a requirement because some people don't want to ratify their content in perpetuity on the blockchain. So we just gave you the option. So one of our core values is a kind of value of choice, and we want people to be able to really choose, what they can do. So when you first join the network, we give you some G Fuel, and to get you started, it's better if you power up more so that you can have a larger upvote. You also get 50% of the upvotes. So if you're going to upvote other people's posts, you're earning rewards from the upvoting, from your own content curation. And then when you post your own content, you're earning 50% of that. So just be aware of that when you join. You can go into settings and always turn on post to the blockchain, or at the post level, you can click into your wall, share what's new. And when you do a post at the very bottom, there's a little SoMe icon. If you click that, it'll light up. You'll see a Steam icon actually next to that one at the post level. You can also post to the Steam blockchain. We've had a partnership with Steam for quite some time. And so I don't know how the whole Tron, a lot of people are asking me, hey, how does this thing with Tron affect you guys? We don't know yet, but we're certainly committed to continuing the partnership if that's possible. But
I'm a G Fuel fool. I've got over 68,347 fuel because I've been actively posting. I want to talk about a couple of things I'm seeing here on my posts. But before I do, why don't you maybe share with the audience what are some of the problems that you believe this platform solves in the social media world?
Absolutely. Yeah. So when we set out with the original platform that you guys joined back in the day, it was just about the monetization piece. Back during the rise of Facebook, like we were all watching the rise of Facebook and social media, a lot of the contributors, content creators, and curators, and people who are using these platforms, they were contributing all the value, but not capturing any early on. Which they're still, pretty much not capturing a lot of that value that they've created. And so that was our original goal, was just to help people capture the monetization. Of course, since then, it's the biggest, issue that's been in the spotlight is the privacy, where a lot of the data has been sold, and the Cambridge Analytica and some of these other ones where the data has just been breached. So we are trying to solve those problems. So we're saying that we're redefining social media for privacy, end user control, and monetization. So those are pretty much our three pillars.
So this is interesting. I mean, I think it's a great app. I think you've had some evolution of this thing over time. Maybe talk about where it was whenever you started and where you are now, because you've made a lot of progress over time, and where you see this thing heading. I mean, you said you're in a soft beta now. When is this going to be fully baked and ready for everyone? Or is it ready for everyone now, would you say?
Yeah. So, it's very close. I would say, where we've come and where we are now is that it's leaps and bounds. We've added a lot of features over the past year. We've forked a blockchain. We connected Ethereum. We've kind of created this unique kind of exchange between assets within the platform itself. You can also swap our token directly for ETH right inside of our wallet. So that's unique. Another beautiful thing is that because our token is Ethereum based, you can import your private keys to Engine Wallet and use a different interface. So it's kind of a unique system that we've built. So we've done that. We've added a lot of security. We've had audits done of the system. We've survived a lot of attacks. We had like DDoS attacks and all kinds of different things to the site. So that was pretty interesting just to kind of, go through those different experiences. But for the most part, we've grown leaps and bounds. We have this reward system that's really working well, and people are earning their monetization on the site. And then they're able to, cash out once they're verified. So we added this verification system initially to stop the botnets and the fraudsters who were really attacking the network as well and creating like massive amounts of fake accounts and then trying to just cash out the rewards. So that brought some really legit properties to the platform. Also keeps us compliant with the regulators because there are, a lot of compliance issues with tokenizing the social network, and we want to be on a good light with the regulators. So it solved several problems for us. We did put a price tag on that just to keep them from just paying a small fee. So we made it a little bit higher than the normal. So at the same time, it created a revenue stream for us, which we need as a young startup. So all the early supporters that have been verifying and paying the $100 that we charge, it's been great just to have some revenue coming in.
So I have a question here about the monetization and how the voting rewards people. I've got 2 posts that I made in the official SoMe group, which is kind of like the collective group that a lot of the members are posting in right now. One of them is a photo of me with the Buffacorn at ETH Denver, and it's gotten 4 upvotes, and it says it's made 74 cents. Then this other one is a link to another social app that I found, which is kind of like TikTok for crypto, called Peppo. It's got 5 upvotes and 1 comment, and it says it's earned $61.68. Explain the discrepancy there and how that works. How have I earned so much on this one post with just 1 more like than this photo?
Right. Yeah, exactly. So whoever upvoted those posts had more voting power, G Fuel, on the network. So once they powered up their vote, then when they upvote, they can pass more rewards. So the way it works inside of the platform is that if you have somebody who's really powered up a lot of this G Fuel into voting power, the voting power is used and it starts to deplete as you upvote people and curate content on the network. Your G Fuel that you power up actually never really goes down. It always kind of grows in there. And then when you power it down, they call it, that's when it goes back into the SoMe points that swaps out for our 1-to-1 with our ERC token. So that's kind of how the reward system works. But in terms of those posts, the reason it's different is that you just had different people who upvoted your post.
So I had somebody super strengthy, I just made a new word, that upvoted, that post. Like, for example, I've got 68,000 SoMe fuel, and I didn't understand exactly how it was working. So I actually unfueled them recently to see what the difference is in my earnings with having them fueled and not having it. So is 68,000 a lot? And what impact would that have on me upvoting somebody else's post?
Yeah. So 68,000 isn't, really that much in terms of G Fuel. You usually, if you power up like 1 million of the ONG, which I think 1 million right now is super cheap.
He's got his calculator out. He's got his old school calculator.
It is. So yeah, it's 1 million right now is a few $1,000, but it's definitely, I think at 68,000, you're maybe upvoting and you're passing maybe like, 25 cents per upvote at that amount. So it's not.
And do I earn on that as well when you say I'm passing it? I'm just trying to understand the economics.
Yeah, you do. So what happens is that when you go to other posts that you like and you're upvoting other people on the network, according to your voting power, what the algorithm does, what the blockchain does is it looks at everybody who upvoted that post. So you have your content creator, somebody who made the post like you did for these. You get 50% of that. As all the upvoters come in, they're going to get the other 50% split amongst them according to their voting power. So the blockchain does it all, and then it just distributes it into your wallet on a daily basis. So after 7 days, it calculates the rewards on a post, and then it distributes it in your wallet in the rewards section.
That's very cool. Now I look at, if I'm looking at inside my, I'm inside the settings or whatever, and I can see my wallet, which I've actually, while we were on the call, I actually had some ONG tokens. And so I sent over like 25,000 ONG tokens, which is about $85. And then I look over and I see digital assets in here. I also see rewards. Now, I have had 5 different, I think 5 different posts that I placed on here, and I've earned on each one of them approximately 300 SOMI, right? Or the ONG tokens or whatever. But how do I claim those? Like, where are those exactly located at? And then where does someone, so now I have $85 worth of ONG, the SOMI tokens. How do I use those to convert to power up and make my account stronger? Or how do users do that so it makes them be able to make more and be able to give more?
Of course. Yeah. So right inside of that digital assets tab inside your wallet, you'll see that there's a button right underneath the little wallet icon that says power up.
Power up, power down. I see I got 296 SOMI tokens, 0 G-Bucks, 317 G Fuel, and a voting power of 5,732,696.
Right. So as you power up more of the G Fuel than your voting power, that's what impacts your voting power. And that's what allows you to earn more upvoting curation rewards and to earn more when you're upvoting other people on those curation rewards. I'm making most of mine on upvoting right now. I did like a couple posts last week that got pretty good traction, maybe $60-$70 a post. But I was just going through and upvoting. And because I'm powered up so much on the network, I made about maybe $700 last week in just upvoting.
Wow.
That is interesting. Let me follow that up. So now what I just did was I had the SOMI points that I had earned, and I had 296 of them. So I used 295 of them, converted that to G Fuel. Now I have 612 G Fuel, but I still have all that SOMI that I had sent over. Is that at the bottom where it says buy SOMI, swap SOMI, convert Steam? Which one of those would I use to convert to SOMI so I can convert that to more G Fuel?
Yeah. So when you actually want to get more SOMI points, you would have to buy the SOMI, and we allow you to buy the SOMI points with our ERC token. So that's where there's this unique interaction between the Ethereum blockchain and between our private blockchain. So we just allow you to buy, and it's a 1-to-1 peg. So basically 1 ONG ERC token equals 1 SOMI point. And once you have more SOMI points in your digital assets, that's where you can power up to more G Fuel.
I see. It looks like,
if you
it looks like I'm not verified, so I'm not able to do that swap SOMI. What is the process to get verified then?
Yeah. So the process to get verified is to click on your, go to your profile, click on the little check mark on your profile page. It's gray. And then once you go through the process, now just heads up, we charge $100 for the verification process. We did that early on when we had a lot of fraudsters, and we set a little bit higher price than we normally would have, just to stop the whole fraud thing. And what's coming in the future is we're going to allow people, when they've already earned money, because a lot of people, they'll earn $500-$600 in a month or something. We're going to allow them to pay that in their SOMI points in the future. So that's not there yet. Right now, it's like a Stripe integration to pay for the verification. But just a heads up, but to do that, right now at this time, you'd have to pay with Stripe or credit card, and then it'll actually take you through where you upload, the systems. It's all kind of artificial intelligence enabled scalable technology. So if you upload the right documents that the system's looking for, it approves you within under a minute. It's all automated, so it's scalable. And that's what we wanted for, to prepare for our MVPs, to make everything really scalable, the network and everything that's connected, so that we could scale up a lot of users.
Excellent. I like social that pays me. The app is available both for desktop at SOMEE, SOME.social. It's available in the App Store for iOS, also on Google Play. And as we close out here, Chris, I understand that you guys are now looking for investment for this next round. So maybe just give us a really brief overview of what that looks like.
Right. Yeah. So we're just going into a Series A. We had, we've been at this since before the blockchain kind of 2017 craze. So we started actually as a Delaware corporation with law firm Davis Wright Tremaine in December of 2013. Did a pre-seed round, did a Series Seed, 1.3 million seed round, and 2017. And now that we have this close to MVP, we're going into a Series A and raising anywhere from 5 to 9 million to just support the growth and the scale for the company.
Excellent. Well, you guys go check it out. I'm on there at JoelCom. Travis, what's your username?
I am Travis Wright is what it looks like.
Perfect.
Yeah, Travis Wright, no spaces.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys on SoMe. Follow us there and let's engage and earn tokens and have our privacy and build this blockchain social world. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah. Thanks, Joel. Thanks, Travis. Appreciate the time.
Thank you so much for that, Kramer. Every time I hear Kramer, I always think of Seinfeld. So that's good. Good stuff there. Before we get on to our next interview, Mr. Joel Comm, I want to give a shout out to MobiPay. Now, you know that money has existed for thousands of years in different forms. I'm actually creating a presentation called Funny Money, which actually charts that sort of journey that money has been going on over the millennia. But now payments are going mobile, and that's why MobiPay, the ecosystem, is really handy because it consists of 3 applications that really helps you spend, send money or your digital currency worldwide from your mobile phone in seconds, even if you don't have a bank account. If you have a phone number, it will work. It's pretty cool. Plus, there's also cashback programs on purchases with MobiCoin. And there's this really unique global retail marketplace that the Mobi ecosystem is taking part in as well and actually helping innovate. So you're going to want to check it out. It's MobiPay, MobiEPay.io. Now we should talk to Bobby Lee.
Now?
We can.
Are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
If you guys are ready, raise your hands. Oh, we can't see you. Clap your hands. Oh, we can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
Put on some deodorant then.
Let's do some ballet.
Because collectively you guys smell really bad.
That's
okay.
True.
Well, Mr. Travis Wright, we have had Mr. Charlie Lee on the show, 3, 4 times?
We have had him on several times. Yeah, definitely. I think at least 3, maybe 4.
And yet there's another Lee brother there.
Yeah, we got Tommy Lee, the drummer from Motley Crue here
That's
today.
Great. Girls, girls, girls. No, not that Lee brother. No,
Bruce Lee.
Not Bruce Lee. He's long gone.
That's true.
The reincarnation of Bruce Lee is also not here. No, we have Mr. Bobby Lee, a legend in a staple in the blockchain and Bitcoin community, is with us today, and he's got some cool stuff to share. I'm actually holding the cool stuff in my hand right now, and you guys are going to want to listen.
So am I. Do you hear that?
I do. To this whole thing because you're going to have a chance to win something cool. Bobby Lee, welcome to Bad Crypto.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. So excited to be here on Bad Crypto.
Have you felt neglected because we've had Charlie on so many times?
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
Actually, Bobby's been on before. He got interviewed by Rachel Wolfson.
Yeah, so technically he's been on the show, but we haven't spoken with him.
Not.
That's right.
I'm so glad to finally meet you. Fist bump, brother.
All right, fist bump.
Boom.
Okay, so you actually have a long and storied history in the blockchain community. So why don't you kind of give us an overview of your bio?
Yeah, sure. So my brother actually introduced me to Bitcoin. Charlie, this was in 2011. Very thankful, grateful to him. He actually got me into mining Bitcoin. So I started mining Bitcoin in the summer of 2011. In fact, I bought some of his used ATI graphics cards from his mining rig, and I moved them over to China in Shanghai. I mined with my own setup with 4 of those ATI, I think 5970s, I think, forgot which ones. And at the time it was just mining, a few Bitcoins a summer. It was actually ended up being about 21 Bitcoins. So at the time it was worth, what is it? $800, barely covered electricity costs. Didn't think much of it. It was just a hobby. Mm-hmm. So actually 2 years later, I decided I left Walmart e-commerce in China at the time and decided to pursue my professional career in Bitcoin. That's when I partnered up with 2 people in China and to launch BTC China as a company. So the BTC China was China's very first Bitcoin exchange. And in that year, 2013, we did fundraising and all that, and we saw the price go up towards the end of the year. The prices on our exchange that drove the action around the world. We became the world's largest exchange by trading volume. We overtook Mt. Gox at the time by November, December. And the rest is history. So actually, the history had its bumps. China banned Bitcoin 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, that was my first question there is,
Yeah.
How did China react to the launching of BTC China?
BTC China was a website that first got started up in 2011. So that was the very first Bitcoin exchange. In China, in Chinese language, we don't call it an exchange. We call it trading platform, because in Chinese regulation, an exchange needed a license, whereas a trading platform didn't. But again, we're using English. So it's semantics. Yeah, exactly. So in China, we called ourselves a Bitcoin trading platform. But nonetheless, there was no license to be granted. We couldn't get one even if we asked for. So we ran it, as a trading platform, as a website, up until 2017. But during that time, we saw the rise in 2013. We saw the crackdown, the PBOC, the Bank of China, central bank. They issued guidance. And then we saw several ups and downs. Eventually, by 2017, we were actually optimistic. They actually came knocking on the door in January of 2017. That's when Bitcoin crossed $1,000 again for the second time. It was distinctly memorable because we were watching a Star Wars movie, and right after the movie, they called us. So we're coming in. There was a movie was Friday night. They said, we're coming in on Monday morning, 7 a.m. or 9 a.m. We're like, what? What do you mean? We're going to bring all the lawyers. We didn't know what was going on. So they came in, and basically they were investigating what's going on because they were upset that prices went over $1,000.
China was upset.
China was upset that the Bitcoin price went over US dollar 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's ludicrous. It's not like as if I could control the prices. Oh, they're knocking, so let me turn the prices down. It's not. It's like
hold on.
It's like the neighbors complaining about my stereo being too loud. Let me just turn the volume down. So it's insane. They would think that we could do something about it even. But of course, they issued a press release, and the price did come down a little bit because people were scared China's going to ban Bitcoin again. But
you said, there you go. See, we got it down there.
Yeah. No, seriously, because the PBOC people, they have their, the echelon of like the boss and the underlings. The underlings will whisper to me, they're like, Bobby, do something to lower the price. I'm like, what? He or she thought we really could do something about it. There's nothing I could do. It's a global system.
I'm not Bob Toshi.
Yeah, I'm not. So it's crazy.
Bob Toastly.
It's crazy. So I would then whisper back, say, hey, there's nothing we could do. This is a global asset class.
It'll go down soon enough.
Anyways, so it was ludicrous. But that spring, they said, okay, fine. You couldn't do anything about it. We actually stopped withdrawals. We stopped Bitcoin withdrawals for a few months. It was one of those self-inflicted sort of policies, but that didn't work. Bitcoin prices kept creeping up. And eventually, by that summer, they said, we'll issue licenses. So we got in line to get 3 licenses. Us and the 2 other competitors, Huobi and OK, were in line to get the licenses. But then the rug got pulled out underneath us. What happened was...
What year was this again?
2017.
Okay, yeah.
So spring of 2017, if you remember in May, there was a WannaCry virus. This is the malware attack. Do you remember that globally?
I do.
A lot of computers got infected, and they were asking for ransom in Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. So now the government thinks, hey, Bitcoin is bad because of the WannaCry virus, malware, and Silk Road, and all the bad stuff.
Right.
We're like, wait a minute, that's not us either, because that's just a malware hackers asking for ransom in Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. I mean, if they ask for ransom in US dollars, should we just cancel the US dollar?
Yeah.
We should just cancel the US dollar.
We should cancel the US dollar because it's busted.
There you go. So somehow they associated us, the ecosystem, with the WannaCry virus. So the upper echelon of the government, they said, okay, let's just not give out licenses. Let's just close everything down. And by the summer, there was ICO boom. If you recall, summer 2007, ICO boom. And that did not go over well either. So they
banned ICOs.
They banned ICOs. And with that, they threw the baby out with the bathwater. So they actually said no ICOs and no Bitcoin exchanges either, and no Bitcoin trading platforms.
Right.
So that came in November. On November 4th, that was a document. And we were like, uh-oh. So
that didn't stop the price to go down.
It went down to, by then it was, trying to think.
Well, if we're talking November 2017, that's right when it's getting ready to go.
It was September 2017.
Okay.
Yeah, it was over $1,000. 1,200, 1,500. I forgot exactly what price, but nonetheless,
it's so crazy. I went from September to December. It went from 12 to 20.
Yeah. It all started a year earlier in the fall of 2016. Right, the price rise. It went up 10x in 1 year. Yeah. So nonetheless, by after September 4th, a week later, they called us in on September 14th. They called us into the PBOC office in Pudong, Shanghai.
The People's Bank of China.
Yeah, this is the Pudong Financial District, whatever regulatory firm. And then in Shanghai, yeah, they called all the Shanghai-related exchanges in. And we were the most representative, being BTCC. And they had us sitting across one side of the table, all the exchange operators and all that. And the other side were the lawyers, the police, all the divisions, all the regulators, and all that stuff. And essentially, they warned us, they threatened us. Like,
then you basically shit
they're like,
your pants.
they're like,
You're
reminder.
oh, man,
no, exactly. There's a reminder. You guys are running a
we're in
Bitcoin,
China.
Bitcoin trading platform, and you don't have a license. And they read us this long thing. One guy even wrote a poem. He's like, thou shall be, he said, be calm, be respectful, don't take risks, listen, follow the rules. And then they kindly pointed to us, here's the police in case we need to enforce anything, they're in the room. Oh, no. And here are the lawyers in case you want to go to court. So they brought out the force. Wow. And basically they wanted us on that day, on September 14th, to announce we're going to close the exchange. So we announced it that very day.
Yeah, of course.
Because if not,
they showed us the people on the left and people on the right.
Yeah.
Clowns to the left of me, jokers on the right. Here
Exactly.
I am. Yeah, we're shutting down BTCC.
Steelers Wheel, going to add that to the playlist.
There you go.
So that was that, and you had to close it down.
We closed down within a month. We announced that same night. We announced we're going to shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, when we announced it, we said that we read the documents in reflection, in hindsight, or not in hindsight, but in reading documents, we realized we're going to close. Yeah.
So then people were able then to
withdraw. We gave them a month to stop the trading engine and all that stuff, and then we opened. We had deposit withdrawals open for the rest of the year, for the rest of the 2 years. Mm-hmm. So everyone,
they just didn't want the activity on it. It's like, you can get your money out, but you need to stop acting as an exchange.
Exactly.
You're not licensed. We do not approve.
Exactly.
So what did you do next?
So we had our mother company, the parent company is called BTCC. We had a mining pool, wallets, and all that stuff, had exchange in Hong Kong and so on. So we actually got an acquisition offer. So we sold that company at the end of 2017. The deal closed in January 2018. So it's been exactly 2 months since the acquisition, since our company got sold. So I made a bunch of money. 2018, I took the year off. Sabbatical,
which is probably a good idea. Since
it was great.
Good show.
It was great.
2018 was so challenging for folks. Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of conferences, went speaking, went to activities and stuff like that. So I wasn't doing anything formal per se. But during my BTCC years, one of the most exciting things was actually doing the BTCC mint coins. These were the physical coins. Remember the Cassasius coins by Mike Caldwell?
Actual bit.
Yeah. So we did that same thing. We launched them. Our innovation was we made them out of titanium, and we loaded the coins with brand new, fresh, virgin Bitcoins from the Bitcoin block reward. So every day there's 144 blocks. At the time it was 25 or 12 and a half Bitcoins. So we loaded the coins with these fresh, virgin coins. You follow me?
I'm with you. I mean, the newly minted.
They hadn't had sex yet.
They hadn't had sex yet. That's right. No transactions. Couldn't trace the origin. Right. So I made over 30,000 coins from the biggest denomination, the blocks to 25 BTC, down to 25 to 12 and a half to 5 Bitcoins, 1 Bitcoins, half a Bitcoin, a tenth of a Bitcoin, all the way down to a thousandth of a Bitcoin in the form of poker chips. We had purple color, black color,
so those
green, red, blue, white. They're all sold out circulated, over 30,000 pieces.
Well, it sucks because I was going to ask for a few.
Yeah, I don't have any.
I can have some of those.
You can buy them on
Bitcoin
eBay.
ones. Okay.
You can buy them on eBay.
Yeah.
They're all sold out, and they've been. So there's over 30,000 of these units out there, and I think between 7,000 to 8,000 BTC value. So market value today is over $60-70 million worth of Bitcoins in all those coins.
So that came from your minings.
Yeah, came from our mining pool. I was a coin maker making physical coins. The reason I bring this up is a trust factor. So people have really trusted me for many years, since 2013 with BTC China. I'm probably the only one person can say with a straight face that I built one of the world's largest exchanges, and I shut it down and gave everyone back their money.
Yeah, Mount Cox cannot say that.
Mount Cox cannot say that. Even the ones running today, it's not clear they can unwind.
Well, a
and
lot of
close
them,
down.
it looks like there's so much fraudulent,
Absolutely.
exchange volume going on that if they were called to task on that to try to, show us all that Bitcoin that's on
it's
your
really
system,
hard.
I don't know that they're going to be able to do that.
Yep. So we unwound it very nicely.
Bobby Lee, the most trusted name in crypto.
Bum, bum, bum. Well, and you're bringing that trust with you because you've got a new project that you are behind. It is a crypto wallet, and it's called Ballet.
Correct.
And we danced our way in here. The sound that you hear there is the card against Travis's Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, can you hear actually?
I can hear it. Everybody should be able to hear
Stainless
that.
steel.
Very nice.
Just like the Tesla Cybertruck.
Okay, we see a lot of wallets. We get, we've seen the Trezor, we've seen the Ledger, we've had the Cool Wallet S sent to us, and we've seen Binance's little wallet they made, and there's a bunch of them. So what's broken in the wallet world that we need another wallet?
Well, the wallet, by the way, almost all of the wallets you mentioned just now, I have them. I've used them.
Sure.
I own them.
You better. You need to know
absolutely.
what's out
Absolutely.
there.
I've even used the Open Dime. The you mentioned the Ledger wallets. There's a lot of steel
we have somebody
wallets.
at the door. I'm going to go get it.
There's a bunch of other wallets that I've used. Okay, now nothing's fundamentally wrong about them, but what I realize is for all these wallets, they're quite hard to use. Okay, so for the uninitiated, all of those traditional hardware, electronic-based wallets are quite hard to use. Okay, so I have no problem using it. I come from a tech background. I have 2 degrees of computer science from Stanford University. So I know my job.
Why didn't you just get one?
I got my bachelor's degree and I stayed on. I was silly enough to stay on for another master's degree. In hindsight, I should have left earlier and go make my stock options in Silicon Valley. Yeah, but nonetheless, so all those traditional wallets are electronic nature. So they have chips in them. They have NFC chips, Bluetooth chips. They have batteries, or they take a charge, a USB cable, and all that stuff. So a few things. Electronics, it turns out, not easy. You have to pair it with your phone. You have to plug the cable in.
If it doesn't work,
if it doesn't work, you could reset the password. There are all sorts of passwords and PIN codes and all sorts of reliability issues and firmware upgrade. Why do they upgrade the firmware so many times if it's so secure?
I don't like having to upgrade my firmware because they always say have your 12-word key handy.
Available, yeah.
It's never handy because it's locked up and off location.
Exactly.
As much as I love my Trezor, that is one of the. So I don't upload the firmware. I don't upgrade the firmware often.
Yeah, exactly. So that's one of the pitfalls I've realized over the years, right? When I first bought it, I didn't realize there was going to be so many firmware upgrades, but now it's like a pain in the, so I don't.
In the what?
In the behind.
Where does it hurt? Okay. Show me where the pain hurts you.
Exactly. So what I realized is, you know what? Maybe non-electronic is the way to go. And I'm using my experience.
He had an idea. Yeah, saw the little light bulb going over his head.
Exactly. I'm using my experience from the BTCC Mint coins, from the Casacious coins, a paper wallet. So what Ballet has done is essentially created a glorified paper wallet. But the difference is it's not made of paper. We put it on a nice, thick stainless steel card.
Very nice.
Yes, it's very hard. You feel it.
Bigger than a credit card.
Very thick.
It's way thick.
It's
very stainless.
Same size, but it's thicker than a credit card.
You might not get on an airplane like with this. They might say this is the weapon.
In fact, if I put my wallet in my pocket, if I go through the thing, they'll ask me to take out my wallet. It goes through the X-ray because the steel in here really causes the metal detector to go off.
Yeah.
Great. So now we get more patted down at TSA. Thanks a lot, Bobby Lee.
Exactly. Well, the reason we make it so hefty is because I want people to really feel it and hold it and feel the sense of weight. Mm-hmm. That cryptocurrency is worth something and not just
How much does a Bitcoin weigh?
This thing is sexy.
It is.
I'm looking at this right here, and we got the
You like the quality?
first day of issue limited edition real back Bitcoin Ballet AA001109. That's really fancy. That's really cool. And so explain the mechanism of this. So I understand I can scan this code and I can send this Bitcoin.
Yes.
I understand that. Now, and I know that everybody else is going to understand that I can send Bitcoin to this by just scan that QR code.
Yeah.
How do I send Bitcoin from this?
Before we talk about sending, I want to emphasize what you just said there.
Yeah.
Everyone can send Bitcoin to it just by scanning the front QR code.
Yeah.
This is the first wallet. Think about this. This is the first wallet in the world that requires no setup. No setup.
No setup.
What do I do?
There's nothing to tell. You take it out of the box.
Let's do this. So I'm going to put my mic down, Travis, and let's get the sound of me opening this.
Yeah.
So this is me opening the cardboard.
It's cardboard box.
So the box is open, and there's a box to protect
Well,
it.
first there's a letter I wrote to the community.
Okay.
Oh,
Dear community.
We don't read that shit.
Okay,
It's got
fine.
words.
You
It's
can
words.
use-
Thank you for choosing the
Fans don't read that.
ballet
They like to listen to things.
physical wallet. Okay, so there's a thing
Move
here.
on. There's a wallet itself.
There's a wallet. I'm pulling it out of the little plastic sleeve.
Yep.
Hey, buddies.
All
right.
Wallet buddies. Okay, so now I'm looking at this thing, and what do I need to do
Well, so by the way, there's also a protective acrylic case
to
on the top.
practice safe Bitcoin?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't
Same
need an
Bitcoin.
acrylic
We don't
case.
need
This
it.
thing is
But the
stainless
point is,
steel, baby.
Exactly. But the point is, this wallet has no setup. So literally, you take it out of the box. For a newbie, they can now instantly receive Bitcoin. So if you were generous to send Bitcoin to the person receiving it, you can just scan that QR code using any wallet that you use.
Just send them something from my Coinbase account.
Exactly,
Just-
Coinbase, whatever, and you
But I can also send them like Litecoin.
you could.
How does that work? Because
Okay,
it's just one
so
QR
you're right.
code.
You're right. So the card itself has one primary coin address on the QR code.
Yeah.
If you use the app called Ballet Crypto, by the way, the app is available on Android, Google Play, and iOS.
Okay.
It's also available for desktop. We just launched a desktop version for Windows, Mac, and Linux.
Okay.
And we have a web browser version for Chrome and Safari on a website.
And that's balletcrypto.com.
Yeah, that's our main
Ballet
website.
like BALLET, like
Yes.
doing a little dance.
Exactly, the dance
Not
ballet.
like Bollywood.
Yeah. Not ballet.
Ballet,
Not
ballet,
like
ballet,
this.
ballet, ballet.
No.
Yeah, ballet, Ballet,
Mm-hmm.
simple and elegant.
Simple and elegant. I love that. I
Yes.
love that, Mr. Bobby Lee.
And also, it's a name that's more female friendly because we don't want a geeky name. We want this for mass adoption.
It is very sexy.
But do you recommend that people carry this with them?
No,
Or
there's
this-
two use cases. I'll explain that in a little bit. So I'm going to answer the question about how do you send it. So by how do you store Litecoin? So by downloading the app is optional. If you just send Bitcoin, you can just send it. But if you want Litecoin, Ethereum, all that, the app, download it and you scan the card with the app. Then you can enable the all the other coins. Okay, I'm going to show you guys on my mobile phone here. I know.
Oh my God, you have so much crypto.
Oh yeah, because look at that. Look at how crypto rich I am. So you click manage, and they have all the other coins in there. Okay, from all the Bitcoin forks to the Litecoin, Ethereum, XRP, Tether, Binance Coin,
Oh, bad coin?
Anus
Oh, no.
coin? Oh, Unis coin.
Unis Coin. So basically a whole bunch, and we support all the ERC20 coins as well. So all the ERC20 tokens and so on. So with this, now you can have the receive and get the receive address for every single coin you want, and just copy paste it.
Okay, now where does this go? Does this get stored on a wallet on the phone then? Then it's
So
not
the on the phone app, what happens? It's a watch only wallet. So if you're technical enough, what happens is everything that happens on the phone doesn't matter because the phone does not have the private keys, right? So the credentials, the private key credentials, are still on that
So
stainless steel card.
where?
Well, what happens is this: it's actually
I mean, I see a public
you sort
address.
of see it. You sort of see it. What you see is the deposit address. Now, if you peel back, it's a sticker. See that silver?
Yeah.
It's a sticker. If you were to peel that back, feel free
Do I
to
want to
so.
do that?
Yeah, I mean, we're testing it anyways. Go ahead and do that.
Okay.
If you peel it back, you see this yellow background. This is the encrypted private key. That's encrypted private key. Okay, it shows up in two formats. One is in QR code machine readable, but most importantly, it shows up in human readable text in Courier font,
Okay.
monospace font. Okay, so it's very readable.
I like that you said courier. It's the courier font.
Yes.
Not Comic Sans.
Yeah. So it's in text format, human readable. You know, our eyes won't go bad.
But that's a private key.
That's an encrypted private key.
Oh,
This is
so
used
if somebody were to steal this,
No, hold on.
all right,
Someone steals
I'm
it's
trying to
still-
keep up with you.
Yeah, keep up with me. So it's encrypted in the sense that we use a two-factor key process. So there's actually a passphrase to this private key, a password, long passphrase, okay? The passphrase is underneath the scratch off on the bottom.
okay.
So if you use a coin scratch off or use a fingernail scratch off the bottom, you'll get a string of letters and numbers in white,
Okay.
and that's a passphrase. So together, using BIP38 open standard, this is non-proprietary, okay? This is not a Ballet invention. This is BIP38 open standard. You combine the two, you get the real private key. And that real private key, using the app, it can then move the coins by signing the transactions. You follow me?
I'm not sure. I know that I think our folks that are listening might be able. So you have to see the thing, but I still don't necessarily know. It's like, all right, now I want to send. So I got to send
Use
from
the app,
my app.
From the app.
From
The
my
app,
app.
the app is a tool that processes the private key information on the
I
card.
mean, this isn't the blockchain. I mean, this
It's all
is
on
just,
the block. You're right. Exactly.
Yeah.
All the coins are actually on the blockchain. They're locked on the blockchain.
Yeah.
On the Litecoin blockchain, Ethereum blockchain, Bitcoin blockchain, Dogecoin blockchain. It's all there.
Yeah.
Now, why do they belong to you? These coins belong to you because you have the unique private key. And where are your private keys?
It's here.
It's on your wallet. It's broken into two parts. You need both parts combined to actually unlock the key.
Yeah,
But they're
so
both
how do you
here.
combine them? You
They're
combine
both
them
on the
app,
card.
and you combine them on the app.
The app will walk you through the step. When you say, I want to send some Litecoin, Bitcoin, it'll walk you through the step and say, okay, how many BTCs do you want to send to what address? And then it'll say, are you
You
ready?
want to send me all of them. You want to send
All
me
of them.
all
Good.
of them.
So what happens if somebody mugs me and takes my card?
Okay, you're exactly right. So in that case, right, you're screwed. What happens is you have to treat this physical wallet as cash. It says on the back. Treat it like gold. Treat it like paper money, like fiat money. Because
What
we
happens if
turned.
somebody steals your stack of $100 bills? You're out of luck.
Yeah. No, I
Exactly.
get it. I'm
We-
just
we
making sure
turned-
there's not another element here that
There
I'm
isn't.
missing.
It's on purpose. We've turned virtual cryptocurrency into a physical good. It's called a bearer instrument. So this is the magic.
Rawr.
We've literally created
During a
a
bear
bearer
market.
instrument container where you could put cryptocurrency on there. And we did it on purpose. It's bad. It's pros and cons. What are the cons? Well, if you lose it, you're out of luck.
Like anything that you own.
Yeah, like your watch, like eyeglasses, my shirt, my car, anything I
I'll
lose.
take my
I'm-
glasses, man. I can't see.
Well, yeah, right. So my point is that we did it on purpose. Well, what's the benefit? Well, the benefit is if I put crypto on here as a bearer instrument, I can actually give it away to people. Think about that.
It's true.
You can give away crypto as gifts.
Like a sweet ass gift card. Like-
Paper wallets suck, right? It's so
fragile,
and
archaic.
they're scary too, because like here I am printing a public and a private key that might be vulnerable, that somebody has the code, or
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm trusting the engine to create this paper.
Exactly.
wallet.
So you're basically outsourcing that creation process to Ballet. I have 9 years of crypto experience. I have 3 years of making coins for BTCC Mint. I've been a coin maker since 2016. That was 4 years ago. None of my coins have ever been swept. None of my coins have ever been hacked, stolen. Perfect, pristine record. I have 7 years of experience with the BTC China. So I have a stellar reputation.
Did you ever lose any Bitcoin?
Personally,
Yeah.
I have not. I have not lost any Bitcoin personally.
How's that feel, Travis? He's all verklempt.
Yeah. Well,
I can tell I've never lost any Bitcoin.
well, whenever
myself.
that Slashdot article came out, I got on, so I was probably one of the first 20,000 people on
This
there.
is 2010.
Yeah.
Amazing. Wow.
And
You're,
then
you're
my-
the amazing.
My computer, I mined a block of Bitcoin, and then I got 5 Bitcoin
Oh,
from
no.
Szabo.
Oh, no.
But then my computer crashed.
Oh, no.
And I never thought to get my Bitcoin off.
Ah.
So I got all my important like photos and stuff off, but I never thought to get those 55 Bitcoin, which was
Oh,
worth
my goodness.
$1.1 million in January of
Oh, my goodness.
2018 or whatever. So
goodness.
it would
But
be
was
nice
worth-
to have those back. I would. I
Was
really
worth a
wish-
whole lot less in when it hit 3,200. So there's that.
Yeah, you got to buy it back. Buy it back. That's what I say. I say, shake it off, buy it back.
We got some work to do, folks. If that's the case,
Yeah.
buy it back.
But the same thing, if you were to lose a Ballet card, I cannot help you. Literally, I cannot help you because we have deleted the keys and the passphrases to all our Ballet wallets. After we bring them out of the factory, we delete them
And how do we know that?
because that's part of my business process.
Okay.
And no, that's a great
Because we-
question.
because we-
Let me tell you how you know it. You know it because you look me in the eyes. You ask me if I've done it. I've done it. And you know why I've done it? Because I want to do it. Think about it.
Let me
I'm
look
a
in your eyes.
Yeah, I've done it. Am I
Those
lying?
are
Am I
really
truth?
sexy eyes, Mr. Bobby.
I'm just seeing a reflection of myself. And
There you go. There
Damn,
you
I
go.
look good.
I'm staring at you. Yeah. Yeah. But think about it. I'm a self-made multimillionaire now. I'm well off. I
Bragger.
can retire.
Bragger.
It's true. It's true. I sold my company. I invested in Bitcoin early.
For sure.
I don't want to tell
You
people I'm
mine
poor.
loads of Bitcoin? Yeah.
A little bit. I mine only 21 Bitcoins that year. Okay. Not as much as other people. But the point is this. The point is I'm financially independent and well off. If I wanted to scam people, I could have scammed people at BTC China.
Be connect.
If I want to scam people, I could have scammed people at BTC Mint by sweeping all their coins, which I did not do because why? I deleted those private keys as
Because
well.
the reputation is
I
more
can't.
important.
It's more important.
Way more.
It's worth more to me now. So why would I go out of my way to scam people in 2020 or 2019?
So do you see
Think
people
about it, right?
carrying small amounts of Bitcoin with them on this?
You could do that.
I mean, you don't see
wouldn't
people putting a
necessarily-
whole lot of
Yeah,
Bitcoin.
You wouldn't
Okay,
even need
so
it though, because once you have the app, if it's on the thing, you could keep this locked in your vault.
Exactly. So for people who are hodlers, okay, either newbies or old timers, you can keep this in a vault and keep a portion of Bitcoin on here, lock it up. I don't care if it's a bank vault, a home vault, or dig a hole or whatever, time capsule. And then once you have the app and you scanned it, you have a watch-only wallet on your phone. And it doesn't matter if you change your phone every
You
year.
can't
It doesn't matter
spend
if you
from it?
upgrade. You cannot spend from it. You can receive.
Okay.
You can generate new. You can
I
generate.
like that.
Yeah,
Just send me all your Bitcoin. Huh?
yeah, exactly. Right.
I don't necessarily know how to spend it yet, though. I understand the process of it,
I'll walk you through it.
but it's like, so here we go. So I understand the code here.
We'll
I
do it right now. We'll
understand
do it
the
live.
code
That's
here.
your Bitcoin card. That's my card. I'm gonna
Yep.
do it live on the podcast. Right. Here's what we're gonna do. Okay.
There we go. Okay.
So here's,
Ladies
this
and
is my-
gentlemen, Bobby Lee is opening his wallet right now.
So my app, I press scan on my app.
Mhm.
I scan my card.
Yep.
This is the sound of scanning happening right now.
Okay, that's my card. It's got $67 on it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna send you each $5. How's
Okay,
that?
nice.
Rich,
Okay.
I'm ready,
So I'm
man.
gonna press send. What currency I use? I choose Bitcoin.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Now I press scan, and then what I do is when I press scan, I'm gonna scan your code, and I have a multi-scan ability on this
Oh,
app.
so scan you.
Now I
then
scan
scan
two.
me.
I just scan. See
That's
that?
badass. Yes.
Scan you.
Done.
Scan me.
And now I type in 0.0006. That's $5 of Bitcoin to each of you individually.
Could I have less zeros in mine, please?
I'll give you.
Could you make it 6.0?
Yeah, exactly. Is that good? $5?
Sounds good.
Okay, all right. So I click next. And now it's asking me to type in my passphrase. So this is a part where I have to scratch off the bottom of my card.
Okay.
And there's about a 24 digit passphrase. I'm going to type it all in.
Okay. While Bobby's typing in that passphrase. Do, 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 do,
And I'm not going to repeat it on the phone, on the podcast here. But essentially, you just type it in here. Well, you're making me nervous and I'm typing it wrong.
It's happening though. You guys really need to feel the weight of this card. It's really, it just feels impressive. It kind of reminds me of the American Express black card.
Yeah.
Right. That's
Made of stainless steel.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, titanium.
Is that titanium?
I think it's titanium,
We
yeah.
make it even thicker. Okay. So after I type
It's
in the
titanium plus.
yeah. So after I typed in the passphrase, now it's asking for the encrypted private key. So now I turn on the camera, I peel back the sticker,
Okay.
I let it scan. It scanned it, and now after scanning it, if I typed it in correctly, it will match up. It will decode correctly. If I typed it in wrong or use the wrong card, the wrong passphrase, it will say error. Sorry, I could not unlock it. You must have done something wrong. Go back a step.
Did you do it right?
I did it right. So it says please review and send 0.012. Send now.
Okay.
Done.
Done. I just
Now-
felt my
Wait,
card
I
vibrate.
did.
So it, it got $5 heavier. It got $5 heavier.
It electrocuted me.
You can tell.
Yeah. It got $5 heavier, and my
Cheers,
card,
Bobby
my
Lee.
card got $5 lighter.
So in a few minutes, because it has to go through blockchain, right? Take its time.
So-
You could actually scan this public
Absolutely.
code,
Absolutely.
and you would see on the
Yeah.
block.
So in fact, if I scan your wallet
There it is, right there.
and watch, what does it say? How much?
it says $5.
$5.
How does it do that already?
Because it's zero confirmation. We know it's about to be confirmed.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah. So there's no need to wait for the confirmation because we have the private keys. Plus, you have the private keys, so it's going to come over unless I were to double spend or something, which
Yeah.
won't happen.
I got to tell you, Mr. Bobby Lee, that is fancy.
It
right
is.
there.
It is.
That is really cool. So you know what? That process of showing it, then I go, it makes
Now you get it. Now you get it,
makes
right?
so much sense. But going through the other way and going, wow, I don't know. I just don't understand how that works.
All right, Bobby, listen.
Now I get it. This is good.
This is pretty cool stuff. And I think that Ballet should give some wallets to Bad Crypto listeners. What do
I
you
would
think?
love to do that.
Yeah.
You guys have the most amazing audience. They should get a chance to try this out. For
How
free.
about
For free?
Yeah.
how many you want to give away?
Let's do 10.
No.
Or
yeah, we have a lot more listeners.
how
than
about
that.
20?
Mm,
You know what? We should go all the way and go give out 50 wallets.
50?
How about a million wallets?
21 million
50
wallets.
wallets.
We could do that. We could do
50
that. You have a
wallets.
big audience base?
We do have a big audience base.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's give out to 50 lucky
Can we
audience
put a
members.
dollar on it each one for them?
Um,
No, it's because they're already in the thing. Or they scan on the thing. Is it scan on the box?
Can you scan the public address in the box still?
Yes, the box, what happens is we've made a special, we designed it specially. You don't have to open that one. Just look at this one, okay? So what happens is, what you did earlier was you pulled the tab and you opened the box. But without opening it, we have a special flap next to the symbol where you could actually crack this open like this.
Uh-huh.
And then this will reveal the QR code.
That's cool.
That way you can send it.
You're going to put $1 on each one, just
Yeah,
so
maybe we could
people
do
have
that.
something.
Yeah,
Okay.
That'd be awesome.
All right. So here's what we're going to do, guys. If you want to win one of 50 Ballet Real Bitcoin limited edition first day of issue wallets, 50 of you are going to win one. You have to go to badco.in/ballet and follow the instructions on that page. You're going to have to fill out a form because basically we're not going to have the wallets. You're going to send
We'll
them.
ship them out.
You'll ship to the winners. Any international issues?
All over the world.
Anywhere. Okay. This is going to be for a limited time.
Thank you, Mr. Bobby Lee. Man, that was
Yeah.
amazing of you,
Fist
man.
bump.
It's so
We're
great.
gonna let this contest go. I don't know how long we're gonna run it for, but we'll on the webpage it'll say how long because we don't know exactly when this episode is coming out. But we appreciate that. 50 of you are going to get them. badco.in/ballet. Mr. Bobby Lee. The website for the wallet is
Ballet Crypto.
not bad crypto, balletcrypto.com. If you ever do a podcast, it could be the Ballet Crypto Podcast.
Yeah.
.com.
balletcrypto.com.
Very nice.
Awesome. Thanks, Bobby.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Mr. Bobby Lee. And thank you also for giving away 50 Ballet crypto wallets to listeners of the Republic of Bad Cryptopia. We've got a form for you set up where you could enter at badco.in/ballet. Make sure you fill it out completely. Name, email, your shipping address in case you win. And that way we can select randomly from this. Mr. Travis Wright, how long should we do this contest for?
How about this, Mr. Joel Com? How about, so this is going live here on Sunday, the 27th, and it's just a leap year. And so how about March 1st, like midnight, March 1st, going into March 2nd, or what?
So it's one full day, midnight Eastern Standard Time, March 1st, 2020. You have to enter by then, and we will select 50 randos to win wallets. And then Bobby Lee's going to ship them to you. He's even going to lick the stamp. I don't know.
That's really friendly of him. That's really nice of him to do that.
I don't know if he's a stamp licker or not.
All right.
I really don't know. Oh, and we shot video of this at where we were at. Where were we anyway? Where did
We were in
film?
Vegas. We were in the presidential suite in Vegas.
Oh, feeling all presidential.
We were hanging out there with Jason BTO.
Yep, that's coming up in about a week as well. And that's going to be another great interview. But we shot video of the interview with Bobby Lee. So if you'll go to the Bad Crypto Mastermind, telling you, putting words together. Like my career will totally go down the tubes if I am unable to start putting words together because our whole career is based on saying things. I mean, if pretty soon it'll be the horrible crypto podcast.
Yeah. Joel just keeps saying things, and then I think it'll all work out. Or we can keep editing. The editing might get a little more tough over time, though, Mr. Aaron.
Right. The Bad Crypto Mastermind at badco.in/mastermind to find the video version of this. And it'll be just like the audio version, only you'll be able to see us speaking with Bobby Lee.
That's pretty handy. And you actually get to hear the exact same content in both places, but you get to see us instead.
It's called doubling down. And I don't know if that'll increase your chances of winning a Ballet Wallet or not. It won't.
It's not a Ballet Wallet.
Or is it a ballot wallet?
Ballot Wallet. Yeah, to put your ballots in. Great stuff. Really enjoyed chatting with you. You know what actually was interesting about the Ballet Wallet thing is like some people get a little agitated because you can actually, see your private keys and access your private keys all here on the same card. And that bent some people out of shape. I know there was a Ken Bosak argument with the guys there at Ballet at the Bitcoin Miami event. But we're looking at this. I think it's really cool because there's, it's like if you lose $100 bill, you're going to keep your $100 bill in your pocket. Keep this in your pocket. If somebody you lose your keys or you lose your wallet or you lose you lose it. That's the way life goes. So just don't lose it. All your information is right here on this device, and it's really cool. We did talk to him about it. Talked to Bobby Lee about it, and said, so how do the keys get generated? How are you able to send it? And he walked us through all of that. It seems pretty interesting. Some people have an issue with the fact that the private keys are located right here on the device. And because if you lose it, they lose it, right? So,
well, they're located on any paper wallet.
Mhm.
Right. But, this is less likely. This is not going to get destroyed by water. Right. Or get crumpled up. This is actually, Travis, when you and I record, I keep mine right here at the desk. I like to fondle it because it's a super thick, basically credit card size, and it's got raised text on it. And it's just, for those who are tactile, it's just a fun card to have.
Yeah, Mr. Joe Com likes to fondle thick things. I'm a fan of that, especially when recording.
We just went from bad to worse.
To worse.
And
you left me a door, Mr. Joe Com. Don't do that.
Yeah, I don't know. There's nowhere to go from this but end it. So stay bad.
Who's bad?
The Bad Crypto Podcast is a production of Bad Crypto LLC. The content of the show, the videos, and the website is provided for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. It's not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice of any kind. You shouldn't make any decisions as to finances, investing, trading, or anything else based on this information without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional financial advisor. Please understand that the trading of Bitcoins and alternative cryptocurrencies have potential risks involved. Anyone wishing to invest in any of the currencies or tokens mentioned on this podcast should first seek their own independent professional financial advisor.